Hey, ciao Stefan.
Hello, my friend.
Ciao, ciao. What's up, what's up?
Hello, hi Falco.
Hi, Falco, yes, yes. So, first is the seatbelt, of course.
Yeah.
And now I will ask about, first of all, I always start with this question. How and when did you learn about basketball?
A lot of my friends played in my neighborhood, and but also my older brother started to play before me. I don't know how he started exactly basketball, but I saw from him that, and always on that court close to our apartment we play all the time, every day, one-on-one or something like that. And that's why I started to love basketball, and we like more basketball than any other sport, because it's only what is necessary. It's one basket and that's it, and one ball, and that's the way how we started to play.
And in what age was your first practice?
My first practice, I think that it was when I was 10 years old, and it was some time usually to start, you know, in that small city where I'm from. So I think it was when I was 10 years old.
And stay with the city. Which city are you from?
I'm born in Bosnia, one city, Bijeljina, but I grew up in Sabatka, Subotica, here, this city on border with Hungary. So it was a really nice place to, you know, for growing up, and to be there, because it's a small town, not too much people, and everything is close, not too much traffic or something like that. So it was really nice.
And you talk about it was the most important and most important sport for your and your brother life was basketball, but also in Serbia maybe the number one sport. Can we say basketball? Maybe
we can
soccer,
say one of the best one. I mean, most popular sports. So, but I also together practice karate, or I don't know how you call it. Karate. So my parents told me that it's gonna be good for me for start with that, and it's gonna be good for something in future. And so I started with karate. After that I practiced together basketball and karate, and I finished on the end with basketball.
Yeah, I think it was a good choice.
Yeah, good choice.
Yeah. And you mentioned it was maybe the same city, is Szombathely, this Szabadka, I think, when you arrived in August. This was a first question from our side. And also I want to ask, because in Hungary we can say the number one sport is soccer, the most popular sport. When I spoke with the American guys, maybe basketball is the third, because of American football is the first, second is this baseball thing, and after that become the basketball. But in Serbia, I think this is the main sport. And I saw some videos about Partizan playing in, for example, Euroleague, and the fans are in the good way crazy about basketball. How can we imagine? Please describe for us the basketball, what basketball means in Serbia and for you in your life.
Yeah, I had that pleasure to play for Partizan, and it was a great pleasure for me and for whole my family. But in that moment, Partizan, it wasn't on this level like now. But all the time on the street, everywhere, people know about Partizan players. It doesn't matter in football or in basketball, but now because Željko Obradović, one of the best coach in Europe, he's there, and that's the most important thing now for everybody in Serbia. So basketball, because of national team and a lot of trophies and something like that in Serbia, I think that's the first sports in Serbia because of all of that. Because we have many players who are on as high as possible level. So also this guy, who is my friend, also Nikola Jokic, he is the best player on the world. What is unreal for that small country, you know, that we have one of the best player of all time. So it's basketball. It's like life. That means that's a life, and we really like to play basketball, to watch all the time, because there is a lot of people who watch all the time and really love basketball.
And also it was a first love for you, the basketball, and you decided, okay, this basketball will be your life, we can say it. In which age did you decide, okay, I wanna be and I could be also a professional basketball player? Because you said you started playing basketball at 9 or maybe 10 was your first practice. In what age realize, okay, I am very good and I could be a professional?
I think that I'm that type of person that I really know what I want in my life. And I, how you say, I knew it that I will be basketball player when I started, and especially when I received some calls from national teams, and when I started to play for that. I mean, that's like some camps, you know, with a lot of guys, a lot of kids, you know, and in that organization I started to love basketball too much, because it was a great experience for me to see how other kids playing, you know, and where we are, on which level, and in parallel time with all those things, you know, I all the time love to watch our best players, and that's why I started to love too much basketball, and I knew that I will be a basketball player on the end.
This is very good and very nice story. And you mentioned about this national team calling in underage. I think you played first at the age of 16, right? This team.
That's I think first, like.
And how was it? Because I think a lot of our people or fans, okay, just so, hey, this is very good for the young players, they are national team players, but not the dark side, but a lot of people didn't realize it. You didn't have summer. In age 15 or 16, there is always, you know, some girls, some playing, be with the friends, and you were in underage 16, 18. I think from 60 years old, you didn't have normal summer, for example, like normal. How could you manage it in your head, and also was it hard for you?
It was hard, you know, because when you see all your friends when they are, you know, on seat, chilling, enjoying or something like that. But if you really love something, you know, it's not too hard. So for me, it was a great pleasure to be in top 12 players for national team who will represent your country, you know, and there is a lot of things that you think about it, and when you are good in young selection, that means nothing, you know, because it's a very big space between young players and senior players who need to be professional and to play on a pro level. So, but when you go step by step, you know, you always believe that you will be something, you know, you will be good guy, and if you are like, if you respect that game, and if you work hard or something like that, so it's gonna, everything on the end will be okay. So I think
And you mentioned you love and you loved basketball too much. Maybe I don't know what do you mention that maybe in a bad way, but I want to ask because in this time of your life and also a normal people, it also very important part of our life to learn. How was it hard to manage learning in the school and also this type of and these many practices?
Yeah, it was hard also, but
did you have any habits for help?
yeah, it's just you need to know to have exactly schedule, you know, to make good schedule where you can do whatever you want. So also I think now when I got a lot of free times, you know, on the end of the day I again think that I cannot do anything or something like that, but when I was too busy, when I was young, you know, I also I gathered enough time for everything. You know, when you love something and when you want to do something, you can do it. You know, doesn't matter how much things you need to do.
And you make it step by steps, as we mentioned in the underage national teams, and also in your professional career. In what age? How old were you when you started your professional career? When was your first professional match, and where? Is it also important?
Yeah, I got lucky because I think everybody in sports needs to have a little bit of luck. Yeah. So. I started my pro career in in Vojvodina. It's my first club. I mean, after my club where I play like young guy. So I got it enough space to play because it was first Serbian league and my club. Respected that to force young guys, you know, to make something from young guys, and it was nice way to start a professional career. So I think I got a little bit luck, but it's necessary to have if you want to be something good.
So you mentioned you need luck also, but okay, we can say that we need luck, but you must to grab it.
And to deserve it. So,
yeah, and also deserve it.
Yeah, to deserve it, you have to work on 100% all the time. So it's like if you want something, you have to deserve it. But if you give your 100%, it's gonna be for sure.
Yeah, and also after it you played, in Vojvodina you played also in...
in a lot of teams.
Yeah, a lot of teams.
28 years.
Yeah, okay, but it's a good career.
Yeah,
I think.
It's good.
And it's not, for example, like Ray who played 1 year in Finland, next year, maybe, for example, I think in New Zealand. You maybe we can say that you stay in one part of our world. But I think as a foreigner, can be said, sometimes it's hard to adapt new cultures, new teams. Was it or is it hard for you?
Yeah, but I mean, we can say that's the bad part of this job, because every year you need to go in something new, you know, to do something new, to make a good friendship with your colleagues from court, and everything is something new, and you never know what will happen, you know. That's maybe bad part of this job, but sometimes that is good, sometimes it's not, but what I like to do is to give my maximum on every practice, and to be in normal relationship with my colleagues and with my teammates and something like that. So I think this is a great job, and if all of us love to do this, it's easy to work. So
it's clear to see. And when you are in our practice, always with some smile, with some good joke, always
positive atmosphere is I think big part of this job. So But in all others job, I think if you have positive mind, you can do something. If you don't have, you cannot, and that's simple for me, I think.
Yeah, and also maybe last year was the new opportunity for you because you played in Greece.
In Greece,
in Greece, yeah. In who this is hard to find the name of the club because it's too much. Yeah, too much
yeah.
S for me.
Yeah.
Was it? I think yes will be the answer. But was it a big difference between the cultures and between the type of the basketball that play in Greece?
Yeah, it was. I mean, big step for me. But I used to play in Romania when I was young, but it was long time ago, and. But I can say that we Serbian people and Greek people, I mean, we are similar. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't too hard, you know, to make good relationship with that because we have similar countries, mm-hmm. similar, I don't know, a lot of things, and also similar things in basketball. So it wasn't too hard, but on the end we had great season, and we finished the season after Olympiacos and Panathinaikos on third place. So it was one of the best year for me, and also mm-hmm. for that club, Kolossos. It was we made, we can say, history for them because with a low budget we beat a lot of teams who got a much more money and we can say better players, but it's not only on paper, you have to deserve it on court also. Yes. And it was a great experience for me, and also life on island is amazing. I really like that, and also my girlfriend, and when you are there I can say everything is easier, you know, because everything is slow, you have sea, you can rest a lot, you can chill, you can do whatever you want, and it's great weather, you know, all the time. So it was one of the best part in my career, but also I played in Serbia, where is basketball mentality and everything is on highest level, I think, because we are one of the basketball country, I think we can say it.
And yeah, you played in Serbia, you played this ABA League. Yeah. And also I want to question you about the fans, because here in Szombathely you also said we have the best, maybe the best fan base in the country. Okay, we will wait for this car. Yeah. And but which team or how many spectators is your maximum when you played? You know, 10,000, 5,000 people.
Yeah, I think it was 10,000 when I played for Partizan, and it was a match against PAOK, Greece mm-hmm. one, and because they are like brother clubs, and mm-hmm. it was great atmosphere, and it was I think my best atmosphere in which I played, you know. So Partizan is totally different. I mean, their mentality, and in Serbia you have only two clubs, what people count, mm-hmm. I don't know, that's the Red Star and Partizan, and every game is we can say war, yeah. but on good way. So, and I really like that, but if you don't have that character to play and to play under the pressure, mm-hmm. you know, it's not easy. So for me it was great. And after that, when I started to play for second team of Red Star, that was the FMP, mm-hmm. Partizan, they don't like them, so it was also another war when you play against them. But I think my best year, when I felt the best, it was in Partizan. So. But I have still to play, I don't know, 6-7 years, and we will see where I will finish my career, so we will see.
Yeah, I could imagine, because this 10,000 people, like in Serbia, but it's 10,000 people roaring, clapping, said some good news, some bad words for you. It's usually, I know, I could imagine. So it's hard. And do you feel the difference between, for example, 3,000 people and between 10,000 people? Do you know? Count the difference, because
it's okay, but when we start to play we don't count where they are and how much people are there, are there. So I think Falco got the best fans here in Hungary, and here is really pleasure to play, because everything is normal. Guys are like to support their club, and it's not on dangerous level. I don't know how to say, because there is a lot of dangers. You cannot come normally with your kids to watch or something like that. There is something like really war. Here is normal. People like to support their club, and on the end I didn't see something similar, something like this what Falco got, because arena is also good, everything is on highest level, so I really like to play here.
Yeah, and how can we imagine when Milos called you, hey Stefan, we need a point guard, we want you. How Stefan count a team, or how pick you one team? What is important for you as a player when you arrived, and before, when you have opportunity to pick one team?
Yeah, because last season I didn't play some Euro competition.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted that to play 2 leagues, and it was one of the part why I come here, but also when I heard from coach that he really wants me, and when I heard that we can make something good, and when I heard that they already won some titles and they want to continue with that, to keep their practice and playing on highest level, that's some things why I choose to come here. And also I like to hear that from 2-3 sides, from 2-3 people to confirm it that, but from everybody what I heard, it was only good things, and they told me that Falco is one of the best club here, and I saw it, that is.
And how was the adaptation for you?
I also said that it wasn't hard, because I also came from some similar city who is on border with Hungary, and a lot of times I heard Hungarian language, and I know some people who are from Hungary. They are normal guys, normal peoples, and it wasn't too hard to come here and to enjoy here.
Yeah, and also with the team, I want to ask you, because sometimes it's hard when I think now we must 6 new people in the roster and make one good team, because you, Ray, Zach, Matt, Krivi, was it hard to find the same level in the locker room and also in the team, and find your character, find your role in the team? Was it hard, and how can we imagine? Because sometimes, in FIFA, in NBA, you buy some new player and want to make some trees, etc., etc. But in real life, how is it work?
I think that's the hardest part of the things, because every year new everything, so it's really tough to collect all that people, to work together, to make some chemistry between them. And For example, if you see in EuroLeague Olympiacos who got 5-6 players all the time, every year, same players, and if they buy 2-3 new guys, it's much easier for them, and they are on highest level only because of that. But they are club who can keep that players who play good, and they can give them money to stay or something like that. And I think for all other clubs is really hard and tough, and that's the thing where you have to work. Not only players, also coaches, all people in the club. But I think if you sign good people, positive people, you know, it could be much easier to collect that. So I think this season we have a good season, I think.
Yeah.
But also now come most interesting part. So we are so excited to start this part, and I think on the end everything will be good.
Yeah, going back a little bit about the preparation for the season, who was the first guy who came to you and you feel, okay, you found the click, you know, okay, I know you, you know me on the court and also off the court. Who was the first friend, can we say?
You think here?
Yeah, here.
Well, I think it was Baraj, because
Yeah.
I knew him from before.
From where?
From ABA League,
yeah.
because I don't know if we play against each other, but you know we are from Balkan and everybody knows everybody, you know, and I think that connection between us is something different, because we came from same league. We played a lot of years in that league, so we can say that we can see something different what we cannot say between the others, you know.
Yeah.
So I think we now met each other more, you know, and we will be good, I think, in the future, because we never know if we will play more or only this season.
Yeah, this is the part of also this job.
Yeah.
And you mentioned when you want to become a Falco player, it was a very big story, was the BCL, the European competition. And also Ray told me, Zach told me about it, I think Matt also, and when Boris Kam also said it's a very good to be the opportunity. Yeah. And okay, we can say, hey, it's just 6 more games. Why is so important for you guys? And also the Hungarian player told me, hey, Sisak, it was a good opportunity, a good normal way pressure, you know. How can you get back from this opportunity?
I think when you are on, we can say, Europe map, where a lot of people can see you, how you play, and when you play especially with big opponents, I mean tough opponents, I think there is a lot of, how you say, opportunity, because if you want to go step up, you know, you want to give your maximum and to show your best side against that type of teams, and to see where you are and could you play against that teams, because those teams with who we play, that is one of the best teams, I mean, in Europe. So we got a really tough group, and it wasn't easy to play against them. But it was good experience for everybody. For me, it was also good because I didn't play, how I said, last season. But before that, with Igokea, that Bosnian team, we played on a really good way, and we beat one of some big clubs. So it was a great experience because I really like. And in this season, I think that. This FIBA competition, Champions League, it was much better than Eurocup. So a lot of teams, I think, are better than Eurocup teams. That's just my opinion, but also when you see how many clubs you have from best leagues, and when you see that they are in top of that leagues, I think for everybody is really good to play that league, to be on that Europe map, to play against that good players, and on the end you never know where you will be next season, because that's the part of our job, and that's it.
And also BCL means a lot of traveling, because we was in Tofaş in Turkey. Strasbourg was also a long travel. Do you have any traveling habits, you know, sleeping or read some books or just listening music or playing some games on phone? Do you have any habits? Because also in Hungary, for example, in Debrecen it's a really long road. Szeged also, so we.
I have normal habits like to watch some movie, TV shows or something like that, and to listen music, maybe sometimes read books, and but in a lot of situation you have to sleep because you have to rest, and especially when you play that two leagues you are tired, because it's not easy to survive that.
Yeah, it is very hard. And also I want to question about your normal day habits, because also this series its job to show our friends what kind of player you are, what do you think about basketball, but also it's a good opportunity to show our fans what kind of man you are. So about your normal day, please talk about when you get from the beginning of the day to end of the day, when we have, for example, to practice.
Yeah, when I wake up, I usually prepare my breakfast. Sometimes I like when my girlfriend prepared, but in a lot of times I also do it. So and I now started to learn how to cook some things. I think it's not too hard, but you just need a lot of times to repeat that.
Yes.
And after that I like to drink some coffee and prepare for my practice. When I come on practice, try to a little bit to stretch, and okay, what we do on practice we do, but after that usually I goes to on lunch, and after that I like to sleep between two practice if we have. So after that I grab some apple or something like that, and start to go again on second practice. And after that one, I think it's not normal, but I turn on always if I have some basketball game, and I like to watch especially EuroLeague and especially those two teams from Serbia, because it's really interesting now, because they fighting for top 8 position, and there is, you know, like a lot of things out of that game. I mean, a lot of TV shows and everything who speak a lot of things, what is good, what we need to change or something like that, and sometimes I like to follow it. But usually I grab also some books to read something and to see what I have to do or prepare something for the summer. And also usually chill with my girlfriend, watch some movie or something like that, and that's it, I think.
First, what kind of books do you like, and what kind of films do you like with your girlfriend to watch it?
Films I like, movies I like to watch some drama show or something like that, or some investigation, you know. So we have also also some movie from Serbia, what we make, and I like to watch that. But from books we also got some. I like some documentary books, you know, from some people who make their own book. So sometimes that, sometimes those films, and that's it.
Yeah, this is, I think, very important. Also, in the first season, Váradi Benny told us, also Milos told us he liked to read books, but not these krimis. Sometimes these documentaries. Sometimes when people told how she or he make this and etc. For example. Matthew McConaughey, Green Light, and etc. And it's a very good thing to.
Or Sir Alex Ferguson.
Yeah, or Sir Alex Ferguson. So yes, it's not to control you know, not to copy that. Just learn and learn more for life.
Yeah,
from great people.
Yeah, from their experience, what they did in their life. So I think it's important to see how that people work in some situation, and what they did, what is good and what is not good. So I think it's good.
Yeah, and it helps sometimes to switch off your mind from
help
basketball.
You in some situation, also in life. So for me, it's not important to read only about sportsmen. Sometimes I like to read about some businessmen or something like that. So I think it's really good, because we have also life after our career, and we have to choose what we will be. And I think how is important for us to be good in basketball, it's also important for us what we will be in the future, to give good example for our kids, what we did and what we will do in the future.
Yeah, it's very clear and very good thing. And you mentioned movies. Do you have any, the favorite, when you can 10 more times, 20 more times just watch it because you love this movie? Do you have one?
I think that's the Gladiator with this Russell Crowe, and every time when I watch that, I feel something inside. I don't know why, because I didn't live in that time, but I think that's the one of the best movies for all time, and also that pianist, what I think told somewhere.
Yeah, in Paraguay school when we were there.
And also I think that's two, for me, best movies.
And also in Paraguay, you mentioned you have a plan about become a PE teacher. In physical education teacher, you ask about it, and when you were with the children, it was a very fun to see this side of yours. When you became not a bad way clown, but you make everything to make smile on the children. Where comes from this?
I don't know. I think that I have good connection with kids. I mean, that's not on me to comment that, but I think when we talk, we can make some positive connections, and that's why I like, and that is what relaxes me. So sometimes when I think about it, what I will be in the future, I think also about it, but you never know what you will be, and that's the things that we never know. But sometimes I like to think about it and to maybe see what I need to finish. I mean, school, which school I need to finish, and a little bit to be obsessed with that, because when I have free time, I also can use for it. So that's it.
And also we can say you have connection, very, very good and strong connection with Philip. Also because I get some photos from our professional photos when you said something and Philip like this, like a big brother. I don't know, this is, for me it's beautiful.
He's so smart, and we need, you know, to we have good connection, because I like to speak with smart kids. I mean, all of them are smart, but you know, some are a little bit more, and I think that Philip, especially because we speak on same language, you know, we can say a lot of things, you know, and to understand each other easily. And that's amazing when I say something and when he answers me something. Sometimes I can't believe that he said that.
Yes, it's too smart, right? Wow, he's just 8 years old, maybe, or maximum, 8 years, I think. It's a very, very, very good children. And I also, maybe it's not hard, but an interesting question. What is the biggest difference from between young Stefan and these days Stefan as a player? Because you know you started in Vojvodina. After that you play a lot of teams and a lot of country you will be, and also as a man, because you started as a guy and now at the age of 28, right? We can say of course develop or change something in you. So what is the biggest difference? What do it about you between these years?
But I will repeat again. I think that is experience, you know, because I didn't know a lot of things what I know now, and I didn't know how to react in some moments when I was young. And for example, I will give one example. When coach started to yelling on me when I was young, I wanted to kill myself, you know, or something like that.
Yeah,
but now
I could imagine,
I'm calm. I'm not too, I don't know how to say, aggressive, or I don't react on that way how I reacted before, you know.
And
so
as a man,
I think that's the biggest change.
we can say that.
Yeah. So, but also I don't know what else. I am not anymore with my parents, and I live in my life without them, but we are all the time in contact, and we talk too much, but it's not the same. And I think that now I have chance to live my life how I want. So I think that that's the biggest difference, and I will do everything to do things on best way.
And how want you live your life?
How I live my life? I think it's good. So when I heard my friends from my hometown what they do and how they survive, I recognize that it's hard for them, you know, to live in that life and to be on same level without opportunity to do some step up. But I think that's happened because in that moment when we were young, I mean 15 years, 16 years, they enjoy too much, and they said that everything will be okay. My father and my mother will give me money, and I can go out easily to spend that money and to drink and to do whatever I want. And on the other side, I started to live alone and move from my hometown and play basketball without my parents, and started to live also my life without, I cannot say their help, but I started to live in my life alone, to fight alone and to grab my chance.
I think this is a very good ending of our interview, to grab the chance when you deserve it, you make it, you get the chance. And thank you very much, Stefan, and have a nice day.
Thank you, everybody, and hello to all Falco fans.
Thank you, Stefan.
Igyál te is vizet.